What's up, guys? Girl Gang, peeps, Padawans, welcome back to another edition of Way Back Wisdom Wednesday. First off, hope you had an awesome Thanksgiving, stuffing yourself silly, spending time with crazy family, and just hopefully it wasn't that bad. Keeping politics aside, and just basically just spending time with loved ones and sharing food, fun, and laughter. I know I did spend time with my parents and spend time with my brother's family. We didn't have a big get together, but it was fun times nonetheless of food and caring about one another, and just getting in touch. Anyways, with that said, first off, let me just say if you're a returning viewer, I tip my hat to you, and if you're a new viewer, hopefully you click on this little Yoda avatar right here, the one that's right in the corner, and become one of a subscriber to my channel and the Inner Sanctum, and become one of my Your Game peeps and Padawans. And as I share my Yodaisms within the past for the past 23, nearing 24 years, with 2020 around the corner. Yeah, I've been writing for 24 years, almost 23. Well, close now, it's almost 24 years now. But yeah, hopefully, and for 24 more years. I'm not gonna be giving up writing anytime soon. Anyways, so the backstory of the Spectaculism I'll be sharing with you today is basically on December 16th, 2000. Oh no, wait, hold on. On December 16th, 2016, Rogue One. Star Wars or Rogue One, a Star Wars story came out, and 2 days later, I ended up making a Yodaism about it, comparing the story itself to matters of the heart. And this is what I came up with. Like I always say, method to the madness. So I should be sharing with you now the Yodaism entitled "A New Hope." Felicity Jones's Rogue One character Jyn Erso once said, "We have hope. Rebellions are built on hope." If you think about it, the Star Wars story Rogue One's theme of hope and matters of the heart are most definitely synonymous with each other, in the sense there is a rebellion of sorts in fighting to regain both after experiencing being metaphorically broken by a past relationship or a number of relationships. True, hope can certainly be taken away to the point where there is an inner struggle to fight in every sense of the word for any sort of peace that hauntingly resonates in one's own dreams. A fight filled with doubt, anger, confusion, hatred, fear, disappointment, utter contempt, frustration, bitterness, etc., that most assuredly takes its toll mentally, emotionally, physically, and not to mention spiritually as well. Essentially, there's a mindset in which one can give up on it entirely due to not wanting to face the odds that are absolutely overwhelming, or continue fighting on no matter the odds you find yourself facing right in front of you. Without a doubt, Jyn Erso is an angry and frustrated rebel who didn't take any side after being abandoned at the age of 16 by her former guardian, Saw Gerrera, whereby her only allegiance has been to herself. Of course, one of the ways she's been able to survive was to simply not look up and ignore the dark and gritty reality of her surroundings. Thinking about it further, when it comes to living a single life, one can attain "I am my only ally" mentality, rebelling with angry frustration against the helpful advice of friends, family, and even ourselves in regards to surviving at times the dark and as well as gritty reality of the dating scene. It's seemingly an easy enough situation indeed to keep our head, or in this particular case, our heart down, in order to constantly avoid the pain of utter heartbreak. However, as easy as it may seem, how long can an individual keep their heart down, in a manner of speaking, until you look up one day and notice there's a potential sign of hope that once was lost? As I said before, hope can certainly be taken away to the point where there is an inner struggle to fight in every sense of the word for any sort of peace that it hauntingly resonates in one's own dreams. It's an incredibly painful state of affairs for any individual in suddenly finding oneself confronting part of an unresolved past, like Jyn reuniting with her father. Unfortunately, it wouldn't be a happy reunion between father and daughter, as Galen Erso dies during a rebellion attack in the planet of Edu. Yet at the same time, it's her father's death that is considered to be the pivotal motivating factor that brings about a revitalized sense of hopeful resolve for Jin to confront head on in what she's been hiding / running away from. Oftentimes, being able to confront head on unresolved past relationship issues one's been rebelling against for months / years, that it dies a quintessential death is considered to be a pivotal moment for any person needing / wanting some much needed closure to move forward regarding their own true happiness. Let me ask you this question to those who have seen Rogue One. What was your favorite scene? I think it's safe to say there are a number of faves that stick out and are considerably memorable. Personally speaking, none stick out more specifically than scenes involving Donnie Yen's character, Chirrut Imwe, a character who verbally repeated a steadfast belief in not only being one with the Force, but having the Force with him. Of course, his introduction in Jedha was quite literally kick-ass, and his unfortunate heroic demise after flipping the switch near the end in Scarif is in some ways a representation of how a strong, worthwhile relationship is at times, or should be. In other words, there comes a point in the force of love / true love you have to sometimes walk in rebellious, blind faith while placing / putting your trust in your own version of based Malbus and keeping each other's thoughts, feelings, and or emotions safe from harm. What it primarily comes down to is having an unwavering hope and belief in one another no matter the ensuing chaos happening around both of you. And finally, in retrospect, never give up the fight in one day experiencing a strong, worthwhile relationship knowing full well it's going to be an extremely tough battle in order to get there. Granted, there will be moments where it can feel as if the dark side of the single life makes its presence known with lightsaber in hand to brutally destroy you without any mercy whatsoever. Let me tell you something. Don't allow it to, by continuing to rebel against it, and you'll be able to survive the struggle long enough to get where you most want to be, gradually bringing back the smile that was once lost. You see, what it takes is having / getting key information such as trust, respect, honesty, patience, intimacy, understanding, contentment, communication, etc. That is considered to be vitally important from a Rogue One rebel who made the ultimate sacrifice, so to speak, and potentially turned the tide for a better future for yourself. In the end, the Rogue One rebel in question may or may not be your best friend for life, but his / her effort will not be forgotten, giving you a new hope within your heart. And that, my friends, Gurgang, peeps, Padawans of the Yodaism entitled A New Hope. Thoughts, musings, hate it, like it, confused by it, indifferent about it? Give me your thoughts in the comment section below of this video, and give your what your take on this particular Yodaism as it relates to the Star Wars story Rogue One when it comes to matters of the heart and the story. Yeah. And method of the madness, as they say, and I'll just leave it at that. Make sure to visit my other social media links: Facebook, Twitter, my DeviantArt page. I'll be working on that Hangover Mandalorian episode 4, or actually episode 3, I believe. I believe it's episode 2 connection soon. Anyways, getting back to it, Chuck fan fiction. I'm working on my next chapter, and that's pretty much it. And I'm working on my latest Yodaism as well. Once I get that figured out, I'll post it soon enough on the Yodaism Blogspot page. With that said, have a good one, guys. Later.